Hey guys, today we're going to read a story by Eric Carle called The Tiny Seed. Since we're learning about seeds and flowers this week, I thought this would be a good book. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? Where are they going? Ooh, I feel the wind blowing now. One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. You see the tiny seed there? The bigger ones? Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Finally, the wind stops, and the seeds fall gently down to the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. Can you see it? Can you find it? Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch, but the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. Now it is spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls, the seeds grow so round and full that they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore, they are plants. First they send out roots into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the small new plants, and that little plant dies. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow into a plant. You see this one? He couldn't get any sun because of this big leaf in his way. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in the springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along. Oh, he breaks it. Now it cannot grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 6. And look, a bud! Now even a flower. But what is happening? First there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over them, and a hand reaches down and picks the flower. I wonder who he's going to give it to. The boy has picked a flower to give to his friend. Oh, that was nice. Now it is summer. The tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on, and it doesn't stop. The sun shines on it, and the rain waters it, and it has many leaves, and it grows taller and taller. It's taller than the people. It's taller than the trees. It's taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower that they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. It is a big flower. All summer long, the birds and the bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Wow, can you count all those butterflies? Or all those birds? You might have to pause to do that. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the brightest leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pod opens. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. The end. Now, I thought it would be fun, after we read this story, to pick a couple flowers and bring them, and we could look for the seeds together. So I brought one, this little yellow flower. It's actually a little bit closed, so it's hard to see inside. And then two. This one I think is called a posy. What do you guys think? Have you ever seen one like this out in your yard? And then this one is a dandelion. This one I don't see any seeds, but you know what's cool about this flower? Is this one night will close up and it will turn into a flower like this. You guys know these ones, right? So these, you can blow them if you want, or you could just pluck one off. And do you see those little seeds? So those are just like the seeds in our story, and they're gonna fly off and find somewhere to grow next summer. And then I found this one. I thought this one was cool too. This, do you know what this looks like? This is not a flower, but it's a fruit. So this is a wild strawberry. They're kind of like the strawberries we eat at home, but these ones are for deer. They're not really for us to eat. But if you look really close at it, you can see lots of little seeds on the outside. So maybe you could also go outside and see if you can find any seeds. Maybe you find them on flowers or on strawberries like this one. Or maybe you can find some seeds in the fruit that you eat in your house or in your vegetables. What do you think they look like? Do you think there are different sizes and colors? I would love to see some pictures if you want to send us some, and we'll share them. All right, well, I'm going to finish off today sending these seeds out so they can try to grow. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.